Hey guys, I thought I'd just make a quick video. I know I haven't made a video about mental health in a while, and it's mostly because I've been trying to keep on track with my own mental health. One of the hardest things I found in my entire life to do is to stay motivated in my everyday tasks. Whether it be uploading videos to YouTube, by the way, sorry I haven't uploaded a video in probably about a week and a half. I've just been really, really busy with work. And yeah, so like staying motivated is one of the hardest things that I think anybody suffers with when they have ADHD. A lot of people think that we're lazy and that, if we just applied ourselves, that we would get stuff done, right? But the thing is, like, that's all good and true. Anybody should be able to apply themselves and to have some discipline and keep doing the things that they like doing and the things that are going to make them money. But it's a lot harder for people with ADHD, and it's something that I struggle with every single day. It's actually pretty exhausting. I got to keep reminding myself every single day to stay motivated and to get my everyday tasks that I don't want to get done. It's really hard to motivate yourself when you've got 100 other things on the go. So, my advice is basically to prioritize what you want to get done. What are the most important things to you, and what are the other things that you can put aside for a bit. Sometimes you may feel like, oh, I really don't want to, make a YouTube video, or I don't want to, study for that test that I got coming up. That's okay to have that feeling. Basically, if there's other things that you could be doing, as long as you're not doing it last minute, that's another thing that I'll get to in a second. You can put those tasks that are in the back of your brain that you really don't want to do, you can put them aside for a little bit. It's not a bad thing to prioritize and to prepare your brain for the hard things that you need to do. Um, like, let's say you got a test coming up at the end of the week. You don't want to set up your week to where you're going to be studying for that test last minute, because you're not going to have the motivation in that last moment to cramp all that information in your brain and to get it all done before the next day. But if you basically say you thought about the test at the beginning of the week, you know what's coming up, you know, do some things that you enjoy doing and do some other things that you need to do that aren't as important as that. But make sure you don't make studying for that test the last thing that you are going to do. Put it on a list of 1 through 5 and make it 3 or 4. Because, and keep it in your mind that that once you're done doing that, there's a couple other things that you can do at the end of the week that are either fun or that you really want to get done. And it makes the test or anything that you're really, really wanting to put off not as important, to worry about or to want to put off, because that it's just something that needs to be done. There's other things that need to be done as well, right? It's all about making things not as it's all about making things not as big of a deal to you, basically. For me, like, making YouTube videos, some days I'll just be like, I got 2 hours, my son's asleep right now, I'll record a YouTube video, and then my brain's going, you've had a long week, maybe you just take a nap, and now that I think about it, I'm not actually really that tired, it's just my brain trying to put off doing what I know I need to do, right? Other things you can do to motivate yourself is basically, the prioritizing 1 through 5, but, also have set dates where you're going to do something. And on that date, don't worry about anything else besides that one thing that you need to do. Wake up, have your coffee, and then, you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to go clean the house now, right? Because I know that once it's done, I can go do whatever the hell I need to do for the rest of my day, right? And just get up and do it, right? That might seem like almost impossible for some people with extreme ADHD, but if you give yourself a routine and you put things in boxes, right, and isolate them to make them seem as specific tasks, all rather than I got to do all this, it becomes a lot easier for you to get motivated to do it, right? I found that when I'm tired, it's the hardest to stay motivated. Like when I've had a really long week and I really just want to relax. There's days where I'll just like sit on the couch all day and I don't really want to do anything, right? But obviously we have priorities in our life. We got responsibilities, and we gotta push through. So you have to be successful in any regard. You have to. It's all about grind. Like in video games, when you're grinding to be able to level up your character. It's just like that in life. You're just leveling up your character, right? So you have to grind to get to a point where you can be successful. You've got to do the things that you don't want to do. And if you fight against that urge to stop, you're only going to get to where you want to be easier, and you're going to become a better person from it, right? Yes, in the moments that you're grinding, you feel like, holy shit, I need a break. I just need to take some days off to myself. In that moment, take, a good hour breather to yourself. Calm down. But then keep on grinding, because, it's all about pacing yourself. If you try to get everything done all at once, you're not going to get anything done at all, because you're trying to do everything and your mind's just going to, turn off. Everything in steps, take your time and, just grind it out, because in the end, it's going to make you a better person. It'll train you to use your hyperfocus, which is people with ADHD. That's your strongest ability, is hyperfocus. A lot of people think that people with ADHD are so distracted, and we get distracted sometimes mostly because of our hyperfocus, because we're not focusing on the task at hand. We're focusing on something else, like a YouTube video, or we're focusing on a book that we're reading, right? Anything, right? But if you learn to conjure that hyperfocus and to switch it on when you need it, it's your biggest gift. And you can do anything that you put your mind to. But yeah, for staying motivated in everyday tasks, that's basically the only thing I can say, is that you need to put those tasks in order of priority, pace yourself, and don't get discouraged, because just like in video games, success doesn't come instantly, depending on what video game you're playing. Every single minute that you take grinding is one more step of success. You're not ever failing because you're not getting to your goal right away. You are leveling yourself up in increments of success, right? And if you ever feel like you're not being successful, you need to take a look back on what you've done and how far you've come. Like I look at myself like 10 years ago, and I could have been homeless. I could have been on the street or living in my parents' house without a job, and where I was before I got medicated and got cognitive behavioral therapy, like, it blows my mind the difference in the person I am now compared to back then, because like that person back then wasn't me, and it's taken this long to get where I am, and I look back and I'm like, holy crap, like, what was I thinking when I did certain things? But you can only change how you act now. You can only change the decisions you make now. And if you don't know how to change yourself now, just take the one little step, leave your ego behind and ask for help. Go find somebody, maybe counseling. Find somebody to make it easier for you to learn to be the person that you want to be. You're going to have to work hard to get where you are. Nothing comes to you just like that. Nothing. And you have to keep that in your brain, that, It's about the grind. It's about working hard. You can't have instant gratification. Yeah, it'd be nice to win the lottery, but where do you figure is more realistic? You win the lottery, get millions of dollars, or you work hard to get where you need to be over a long period of time, right? One sounds amazing, one sounds hard, but that's the reality of it. This has a 99% chance it's not going to happen, right? So don't be discouraged if you're not successful right away, because nobody is. You have to work for it. And, don't think about your goal at the end. Think about what you need to do right now to get to your goal. Okay? Keep your chin up. Anyways, guys, my Patreon is down below if you want to support me. I have a Facebook page. I have a Twitter. If you guys like my content, please subscribe. And I got more gaming videos coming out soon. So keep your heads up and stay motivated. Have a good one, guys. See you later.